So very good evening all. Today is the day 4 of Excel workshop. So let me get started with the agenda what we have left. Here we will be discussing about firstly we will be discussing about the references in Excel, absolute reference, mixed reference, relative reference, which are very important for us in Excel and which will be helpful for anything, whatever and whatever data you are getting to use to. So let us get started. Uh, Let me just screen my screen. And I hope my screen is visible to you, all of you. Done. So, as mentioned, today we will be discussing about relative references, absolute references, and mixed references. This is the combination thing what we are going to discuss now. So first, quickly we will be discussing about relative references. Relative, I mean, you can type like today we are discussing about references. There are there are three types. First one, relative. Second one, absolute. Third one, relative, absolute, and third one is the combination of both. Combination of both. So first, we'll try to understand what is relative reference, and in Excel, these references are very important for getting anything, getting any data, clarifying any doubts. I mean, understanding basic Excel in which this is very important for us to get the things done. So let us just quickly get started with the relative references. Now here you can see relative reference, absolute and mixed reference. Now, just first I'll try to show you relative reference. Now, for example, we have here name, product name. Okay, here we have serial number, product name. Then we have quantity. Then we have price. Then here I can write on total. I'm writing a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I've written here 5 products. As you can see, I've written 5 products on the screen. Here you can see quantity. So as I mentioned, first we are discussing about relative reference. Now here you can see first is so there are XYZ products. You can see we are just taking an example. Pencil, pen, pencil, uh, pen. Then you can take eraser, sharpener, scale. Okay, these are the 5 products what do we have, and it's let me assume this as a sale bill, sales invoice. Let me assume this as a sales invoice what I have here. Okay, let me assume this as a sales invoice what I have here. Can just check. So this is an sales invoice what I have. So based on this particular sales invoice, I need to get the things done. Now see here, if I'm writing here quantity, okay. Here, for example, I wanted to buy pencil worth, I want to buy 10 pencils, 5 pens, 10 erasers, 15 sharpeners, and 20 scales. This is some random quantity. Now, here you can see pencil 10. So let us assume price like we are purchasing one pencil for 7 rupees, a pen for 20 rupees, eraser of 5 rupees, sharpener of 3 rupees. Scale, you can take an assumption like, one second. Scale, you can take an assumption like somewhere around, let us assume we are selling a long scale, 15 rupees. Yeah, I'll write it down. Long scale, 15 rupees. Here you can see now serial number, product name, quantity, price, total. Now in pencil, pen, eraser, sharpener, long scale. Here you have 10, 5, 10, 15, so on. Now there are multiple ways of calculation. First, I can write it down 7070 directly, but if I drag this value, I'll get only 70 in each cell because this value is manually written. So most people, what do they do? I mean, the beginner level people, what do they do? They write an equals to 10 into 70. If I am writing 10 into 7, okay, getting my point. Here, if I'm writing 10 into 7, you can see that 10 into 7, we are getting 70. You can see the formula here. You can see the result here. Here you can see the formula. In the formula bar, whatever it is happening, it will be showing you under the formula. So now just see here quickly. 10 into 7 is 70. 5 into 20, 20. I mean, 5 into 20, you can get whatever result it is. Now, what I wanted to just show you here is when I have written the numbers manually, you can see if I drag the formula, if these are the correct answers, quickly tell me in the chat box. If it is yes, write it Y. If it is no, write it no in the chat box. Quickly write it in the chat box. If it is yes, write down yes. If it is no, write down no in the chat box. Is the answers whatever we are getting is they are correct? Absolutely, it's no. It is only correct for, okay, it is only correct for very first cell. It is only correct for very first cell. So that's the reason we learned references in Excel. References in Excel, which is very important topic. What do we have for today? References in Excel. So here, what is a reference in Excel? Here you can see I'm writing equal to. This time I'll not type this way into 7. I'll not do this thing. Backspace. Any formula should start with equal to plus or a minus symbol. Now, equal to, here I'll be selecting 10. Okay, here you will be selecting 10. I mean, you can see I'm selecting the cell. Where is 10 in the G column? 4th row. So it is G4 cell. What is it? It is a G4 cell. Now, after selecting the G4 cell, for multiplication, we use the asterisk symbol or star, whatever it is. Asterisk or a star symbol, what do we use here? So once using that particular symbol, so star symbol, then I'm selecting 7. Then I'm selecting 7. Here you can see the cells are beside to each other. The cells are here beside to each other. So here you can see what is it we are getting. G4 is G4 into H4. Now if I press enter, I'm getting 70. Sir, what is the difference doing that? Earlier also you can see 70, 10 into 7 also you see I'm getting 70. Here I am also getting 70. What's the difference? Now, if I am dragging this 10 into 7, it's still the constants are same. It's not changing according to the reference. Now, see the benefit of using reference. Now, the see the benefit of using a reference G4 into H4. Now, select the cell. Okay, select the cell. Try select the cell and click on drag. Try selecting the cell and click on drag. So here you can see, here if you am writing manually, it is not getting updated. But if you see here, automatically the references are changing. Simultaneously, both references are changing. I hope you are getting it. Both the cells are getting the change. This is something called as relative reference. Relative reference. If you got this, just quickly give me a thumbs up, everyone. If you got this, just quickly give me a thumbs up. This is called as a relative reference. Now, second, what I'll do is I'll copy this. I'll copying from this serial number. So people should not get confused. I'm going a bit down, 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 down. Yes. Here I'm writing. Here I'm writing now. Let's discuss now. Absolute. Now let us discuss the next reference what we have, that is absolute reference in Excel. Okay, absolute reference in Excel. Please make a note of it, whatever you are learning. Absolute references. For example, let us assume that I'm adjusting the column. Discount. Discount is okay. Whatever purchase is made, I want to give 10% discount. I wanted to give 10% discount in it. Okay, discount hyphen 10%. I wanted to give 10% discount to the people. 10% discount is like here you can see 10% means 70 rupees. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know how did the mic went off. Okay. Uh, let me just I'm just sorry, people. I don't know how to. I think I have pressed some shortcut key for mute, so it got on mute himself. I hope my voice is audible now. Just quickly give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm sorry for that. I did not check. The mic went off. Thank you all of you for giving a reminder, or else I would have continued that. Okay, let me just clear my current check. Okay, great. So this is 10% discount what I wanted to give on total bill. 10% discount on whatever bill we are getting here. Now, if you see, if I'm writing equal to 70 into 10% and I'm trying to enter, I'm getting the answer as 7. And if I try to drag, the answer is absolutely wrong. The way we discussed here as well. If you're doing it in this way, it is absolutely wrong. Now, people might say, sir, you need to do this way. G4 into H4, you'll get the result. Okay. So I'll try to do that way as well so that you people will be also clarity. Can see what I am doing. Okay, this is discount column. I have given 10% discount here. Now, see here, I'm writing equal to 70. As you people mentioned, I need to select 10%. Okay, let me check mic. Okay, mic is on mute. Now you people said like, sir, select 70 into 10%. Now if I press enter, are we getting the correct answer, people? Absolutely. 10 or 70 into 10% is only 7. So it's absolutely correct answer what we are getting here. Now the problem comes here. Sir, you selected the cells. Okay. Now if I select and drag, you can see I am getting 0. And now if you see 0, 0 is an absolutely wrong answer. Okay, 0 is an absolutely wrong answer. What do we have in the particular data? You can see. So why is it happening? Relative reference means corresponding cell changes all the time. Relative reference, if I'm just scrolling up, you can see relative reference corresponding cells change when you drag the cells. Whenever I drag the cells, you can see my corresponding cell got changed. So it is the same logic applied here. First cell, it got selected correctly. Now when I try to drag, 100 is selected correctly. But here you can see it is not selected correctly. Here you can see it's like it is going to the next cell about 10%. So this way of doing it correct 100%. Sir, what we'll do, we will add 10% here. 10%. We got 100 ka 10 is 10 rupees. 100 ka 10% is 10. So answer is absolutely correct. Now try to drag. Sir, answer absolutely correct answer. What do we are getting, sir? But I am your manager. I came to you. I said like, nahi chalega Varun. I want 10%. I want 20%. Now, only first cell got updated by 20%. What about this particular cells? Okay, what about this particular cells? What we are having here. So this is why we needed to know how the things work in this. Uh, so we either में 30 लिख रहा हूँ, 30 has been updated. But here if you see, I'm not able to get any update in this particular list. So here people what we do, okay, in general what we do here is 10, 7, 70, 21, right? 10% are. So what I'll do, Again, there is C. If you am right, my mistakenly I have written A here, so it automatically got changed. So I'm just writing 10%. So this way is absolutely doing wrong. Now let me, sir, will not do this way. What we'll do here is equal to this cell into 10%. Enter in the fill. We get 10%. मैं delete कर रहा हूँ इधर. I'm deleting this value. Now see here, 10 this cell into 10%. Now I'm selecting and drag. Now if you see here, if I'm changing it to 50% discount, exclusively 50% discount. Now whenever I write 50, nothing is changing now. So here we take picture of absolute references in Excel. Absolute references in Excel. Now what is absolute references? Here if you see what you people have learned here, equal to this into this. If we are doing, we are not getting the correct answer. The cells are also changing. So here what we are understanding, if we are having only one cell which we needed to work on. I mean, basing on the data, if one cell changes, entire data changes in this particular worksheet. So what we do here, we can learn something called as freezing a cell, or you can call, getting my point, people? You can call either freezing a cell or you can call locking a cell. So we needed to know this term freeze, and shortcut key, please write it down. Shortcut key F4 key. Now here this is the tricky part. What do we have? F4 or some laptops, the top row function keys will not work. So you need to press function plus F4 key. Okay, base F4, if you are able to get F4 directly, it's totally fine. If you are unable to get F4, you need to use function and F4 here. Now, if you just see here, people, let me quickly tell you about this. Now, if you see, I'm deleting it, so it will be very clear. I'm writing equal to, I'm selecting the cell into, again, I'm selecting 10%. Sir, what you are doing, sir? Still you are selecting 10%. We don't want to select 10%, right? I mean, we needed to select 10%, but you need to lock this cell. And how come we can lock? So if you see, I need to press F4 key one time. Again, it depends. If you press F4 key and you're getting dollar symbols this way, before alphabet, before number, it means like, okay, it means like you are locking a cell. Sir, F4 key is not working, sir. We are not getting this dollar symbol. Use function and F4 key. Mostly in desktops, I mean in computers, we'll be having F4 key directly selected to this, and okay, F4 key directly selected to this, and I mean F4 key desktops. F4 key will work on desktops directly, and for laptops you need to either use function and F4, or you need to use like the things what we are having here. So here it is not possible for us to get the things done correctly. So just see here what I am doing here is I'm writing equal to 7070 into, I'm selecting 10%. If I need to lock, if you are using desktops, mostly F4 key will work, and laptops also it will work. If F4, if you are pressing F4 key and if you are not getting this way, you need to use function plus F4 key. What we need to use? Function plus F4 key. So now see here, I selected the cell and I have pressed F4 key. What it is doing this, dollar symbol before an alphabet, dollar symbol before a number, it means we are locking a cell. We are freezing a cell. Now see here, if I press enter, there you are getting the same answer. See, whatever you do when you learn any software, 2 plus 2 is 4 only, right? It will not do, any software will not change like 2 plus 2 as 5. So to be very clear, to be very honest, you need to check on that. So 7. Now see the magic. See here, this is the formula. Now see the magic. If I am dragging, you can see I'm getting 10, 5, 4.5, 30. Now you can see if I'm writing here 20%, all the cells are being updated automatically. If I'm writing here 100%, you can see 100% discount, 70, 150, 55. What is it we are getting here? So here, this is the way is very, very important for us to get the answers on the screen. 70, 100, 50, 45, and the 300. These are our answers. What do we have here? Now, if I'm changing back to 10, you can see I'm getting the answers 10. Here, what we are doing, we are freezing a particular cell. So whenever we do freeze a particular cell, we do not get the, okay, we do not get the correct answers on the screen. We do not get the correct answers if you are not, क्या बोलते हैं, you will not get the absolute answers in the particular data. I hope everyone clear with the absolute references. This is something called as absolute references. Now quickly just you can give me a thumbs up everyone if you are able to get thumbs up for absolute references. Then we will be going with the combination of both relative and absolute references. Then we can go for a combination of both. Here you can see for the combination of both, once again, yeah. So just see here, discount 10%, 7, 10, 5, 4.5, 30. What is it we are getting here? Now, this is all about absolute reference. Now, next, after this, I'll give you some notes on this. I want you people to write it down. Now, let me just select this data again. Control C to copy. Now, I'm writing here. Let us discuss now here. Let us discuss. Let's discuss now mixed reference. Okay, let us discuss now mixed reference. Now, for example, to see here, I have given discount of, there is one discount of 10%, 20%, 30% based on the cities. Okay, based on the, okay, based on the city. This tier 1, tier 2 city, tier 3 city. I'm just trying to give example. You can relate with a real-time example, whatever you do get. So see here, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 city, 10%, 20%, and now 30%. Now, see here, these are three discounts. What do we have? And if you see, now, as you all people learn, you will be not doing this with this. I'm selecting this into this. This is absolutely the wrong way what we are doing. If I drag, we are getting some unknown wrong numbers for the data. So what we have learned equal to select this cell into equal into 10%. We have just now we have learned, sir, we can log F4 enter. You can see we are getting 75 drag. Okay, the answers are absolutely correct. Now, if you see same values, if I'm selecting and dragging towards right hand side, are we getting the correct answers? 20, 30, 40 के लिए correct answer आ रहा है? Just quickly let me know in the chat box. No के लिए n बोलकर देखिए. Are we getting the correct answers if I'm dragging that absolute reference? Quickly let me know. You can see here, whenever we are dragging the data, whatever we are getting the data wrong. Now, simply see here, what is it happening? 10% is fixed, but 70 changed to 7. Okay. And if you see 0.5, 10% is fixed, but 50 has changed to 5. So here we are getting 0.5. Now, if you see here, 10% is fixed, but this time it got from this particular column to this particular column. So this is absolutely wrong answer. What do you? So then what should we do? As you have just now learned, you will be like, sir, why to worry this much? I have to equal to 70 into 20% F4 log. Again, I'll go here equal to 70 into 30% F4 log. Now see here, I'm selecting both the values, Control D. I mean, select both the values. I'm dragging the answers. Absolutely, now our answers are correct. Now tell me, will you able to do if I have given the same task to do it for this many columns? We can see this much of data. I want you people to from total. Let me zoom out and just show you. Just see here. Will you? I mean, is it easy for us to do it for each cell for 15 minutes, around 14 times? Is it easy for us? Is it easy if you are learning Excel equal to 70 into 40% F4? Is it easy? Tell me quickly in the chat box. Is it easy to do that way? Doing it for 15 cells more? Quickly tell. Quickly respond, people. Absolutely, it's like Excel seeker. We are doing like a labor work. Okay, learning Excel and we are doing like a some labor work like typing again and again. What will be the next? How the things will be working. So see here, what we will be doing here is here we are going to learn about mixed references. Okay, we will be learning about mixed references. Let me zoom the screen according to the convenience. Yes. Okay. Now see here, mixed reference means now this time we learned how do we lock a cell. How do we lock a cell? Now we will be learning how do I lock a column, how do I lock a row. Okay, how do I lock a row? How do I lock a column? Now before that, tell me columns are represented by what and rows are represented by what? Quickly tell me in the chat box. Quickly tell me in the chat box. Columns are represented by what and rows are represented by what? Quickly, if you respond, then only we will be moving further. Quickly, people, more responses. We have more than 50 people in the call. Quickly respond. Quickly. R number, okay. Columns, alphabet, rows, okay. More Chaitanya, Yoga Priya, Anjan, Smita, Sakshi. Quick. Let me know. Ashmita, correct. Avinash, Virkar, Anjan, come on. Vivek, come on. Next, Anjali Shah, Sanjana, Karthik, Sakshi, Gaurav, Deepika. Yeah, who is this? Keep your name, right? 321625. You have keep the meeting ID only. Pravalika. Quickly. Sanjana, Shazia, Sejal, Aitya, Varsha, Melvin, Chandana, Mayuri, Mandar. I have connected you on LinkedIn, Mandar. Komal, Nirmala, Rohan. Quickly, respond. We got good number of response here. Now, here you can see columns means alphabets, rows means number. You people know. So now you will understand it in a much better way. Now you will be understanding it in a much better way. So column is represented by alphabets, row is represented by numbers. Now, see here, I'm right. I'm writing the formula equal to. Now, tell me 70. Give me one answer. That how many? What do you call? Sorry, my bad. Huh. Tell me, total is in one column or one row? Quick question. Quick answer to my question. Total is in one column or one row? Quickly respond, everyone in the chat box. Everyone. Total is in one column. Column means vertical and row means horizontal. Quickly tell me, is total in one column or one row? Quickly respond. ये total जो भी है, is it in one column or one row? Quickly respond. Lakshmi Sahasra, one column, Karan column, Akshita row. Okay, we will see, we'll understand. Others, quickly. Okay, now tell me, discount is in one column or one row? Discount is in, next question, discount is in one column or one row? Discount, now tell me about discount. Whatever discount values we have, how do we have one column or one row? Quickly, people respond. Discount is in correct. Discount is in one row. So you need to understand this logic. One column, one row, and one cell, yeah, group of cell. You need to understand this logic. Very important for you to understand the concept now. Now, if you see here, as you already mentioned, total is in one column. So I'm writing here equal to, I'm selecting 70. Now you can see I represent columns, 25 represent row. Okay, I column 25th row, where we are having our data. Now to lock a cell, what is the shortcut key? Quickly respond, everyone. To lock a cell, what is the shortcut key? To lock a cell, what is the shortcut key? Quick. Deepika F4. Is it Deepika F4? Anyone others? F4. Niyati, Ragini, PL Yoga, Minurshika, Chaitanya, Avinash, Shreya. Respond quickly in the chat box. Function F4 or F4. See, I'll give you one clarity once again. F4, if you are pressing F4 and you are getting your cell locked, it's totally fine. If your laptop is not supporting F4 directly, or any system is not supporting F4 directly, it will be function and F4. Function and F4. So please remember that. Okay, please remember that. Okay, now see here. Now, if I press F4, I am locking a cell. Now, you need to learn one logic. If I press F4 one time, lock, I'll tell you the main logic. I'll not tell you if I tell two logics at a time, it will be much more confusing. So please understand. So if you press F4 one time, it is locking a cell. Now, we have total in columns. So we have total in columns. You can see if I press F4 one more time, where is the dollar symbol if I am pressing F4 second time? Where is the dollar symbol? Before alphabet or before number? Tell me. If I am pressing F4 two times, where is the number? Before alphabet or before number? Quickly. Number के लिए N लिखिए, alphabet के लिए A लिखिए. Or else you can write down for alphabet alpha. Before number. ठीक है. Dollar symbol is, ठीक है, dollar symbol is before number. Now if you see, again, number represent what? Row. Number represent what? Row. But I selected a data from a column. So I need to press F4 one more time. Now tell me where is the dollar symbol before alphabet. Okay, before alphabet. How many times I have pressed F4 key? Three times. How many times? F4 key? Three times. When I press F4 key three times, you can see there is a dollar symbol before alphabet. Then into 10%. 10%, as we already discussed just now, 10% is in rows. Row represent what? Number. If I press F4 one time, there is a dollar symbol before alphabet, before number. It means we are locking up one cell. We are locking one cell. Now if I press, okay, now if I press F4 one more time, okay, second time if I'm pressing F4 one more time, you can see dollar symbol is before number. It means it is locking the row. Okay, it is locking the row, and dollar symbol before alphabet, it means locking a column. Dollar symbol before alphabet, locking a column. Now if you press enter, sir, is there any change? No change. Now if you see, if I am dragging, you can see column is not changing, row is also not changing. Now see here, if I'm selecting this, I'm dragging here. You can see that the cells are automatically getting updated. You can see here, column is not changed, row is automatically getting updated. When I drag one row towards right, automatically row went to this particular column. So please write it down. This is how you can do. Or else one more way. Select group of cells. Okay. Select group of cells. Here I'm writing equal to. I'm selecting the total. Okay. Here I'm selecting total and I'm pressing F4 three times to get dollar symbol before alphabet. Dollar symbol before alphabet into, I'm selecting 10%. Dollar symbol should be where? Before number. Okay, to free lock a row before number, to lock a column before alphabet. Okay, here you can write it down. Dollar 120. Okay, dollar 25. Okay. Now there is another shortcut key. When you have selected multiple cells and you want the result to that particular cells, what you can do, you can solve the data accordingly and press hold control and press enter button. Hold control and press enter. It's like control enter. You can see the formula has been applied for all the cells. You can see here, I'm just to show you. Okay, let me just quickly show you. Sorry, my mic got disconnected. Once again. Hope my voice was audible. Just give me a thumbs up. My mic got disconnected. Just give me a thumbs up, people. My mic is audible to me. I mean, if I am audible to you, not my mic. Okay. Now, here, if you see, I have written this again. I have selected this cell first. Dollar symbol should be before. Okay. Dollar symbol should be before alphabet to lock a column. Dollar symbol should be before number to lock a row. And you can see if I press Control Enter, automatically for the selected cell, my formula is been applied. Or else you can see I'm deleting it. Now I'm selecting this. After selecting this, you can see I'm selecting this. Select, drag. Select, drag. You can see the results are automatically getting updated. You can write it down to log. I'll use the term freeze. To freeze a cell, please make a note, everyone. Please make a note in your notebooks. Freeze a cell or range dollar or dollar before alphabet and number. F4 key for your reference, I'm just writing. But do not remember by this particular logic. F4 key one time. Okay. Now, to is next one is to freeze a column dollar symbol. Freeze a, let us take row first. To freeze row dollar symbol dollar before number F4 key two times. F4 key two times. Now to freeze column dollar symbol should be, okay, dollar symbol should be before alphabet only, and the shortcut key is F4 key three times. This is the way you can learn. To freeze a cell or a range, it is dollar symbol before alphabet and before number. To freeze a row, dollar symbol before number only. To freeze a column, dollar symbol should be before alphabet only three times. You can see it is three times. And for a column, it is three times. For row, it is two times. For columns, it is three times. This is all about, okay, this is all about mixed references in Excel. So mixed references helps for the large number of data. Now, if you see here, if I'm selecting it, if I'm dragging it here, automatically row cell is getting updated. This cell is also not moving from the required location mentioned on the screen. Now, very important thing we are going to learn, important formula, what I can say, important, another important formula, something called as auto, I mean, important, import like important will be like zero. Now, there are some values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now, if we want to add what we have learned, equal to sum, open bracket, select the range, ठीक है, select the range, close bracket, enter. ठीक है, this is one of the way what we have learned. But let me tell you one shortcut key here. Let me show you a shortcut key. It is called as auto sum. It is known as auto sum feature. Okay, it is known as auto sum feature. Now see here, what I will be doing here is 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 10, sorry, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 we are getting. Now if I want to add in your Excel, okay, getting my point, in your Excel, we have an option, okay, in your Excel, we have an option in home tab, editing group, home tab, editing group, there is this symbol, okay, you can see here, there is this symbol called as summation, summation symbol, okay, summation symbol, this is used for auto sum. If I click on the drop down and if I simply click on sum, automatically the formula has been applied. And if I press enter, you can see I'm getting the result. No, sir, this is also a long way what we are having here. Now, what I if we want to do it in a one go, I can left side hold Alt button and above your alphabets, you have a equal to symbol. Press Alt equal to, automatically the addition will be done. Automatically the addition will be done. Alt plus equal to. First shortcut key is home tab, editing group, to sum. This is the longest way possible what you can do. Shortcut key is Alt plus equal to. Okay, Alt plus equal to. This is the shortcut key for auto sum. Okay, Alt plus equal to is the shortcut key for auto sum. What do we have here? Now, this was about auto sum feature in what do you call in Excel. Now, let us see about next topic. What we are learning is how do we understand errors in Excel? What is the meaning of meaning of different errors, in Excel? Okay, what is the meaning of different errors in Excel? So let us get started with the errors in Excel, which will be very helpful to you for understanding that how the things actually work here, how the things actually work. Now see here, here I'll try to share this file as well. So I'm talking about different types of errors available in Excel. So please understand that. So basing on that, we'll be working on this particularly. First error is null error. Please read what is it we are getting. Please read. Now, if you see here in this null error, it is a type of error which is usually appears when we do not give correct formula. If there is a formula which is wrongly written, Okay, this is the null error what we are discussing now. So null error helps us for where a space between character is used. Okay, there is a space between character being used instead of comma or colon between two cell references. Now, if you see, this is the correct formula equals to sum B5 is to B10. Now, while selecting, mistakenly, this particular gap I have given in the data. I have removed colon and I have written this. Now, if you see, here you can see I'm getting an error called as null error. What is the problem here? I have not given the range name. Now, whenever if I give the range name correctly, whenever I give the name range name correctly, you can see B5 is to B10. I am getting all the answers correctly. I am getting the all the answers correctly. Now here you can see in this formula there is space in between. So whenever we are getting a null error, please understand that there is a problem. The problem is in the formula that we are not able to connect two ends in the data. We are unable to connect two ends in the data. Now next we have something called as name error. Okay, this is different. Name error is like we have something called as define name in Excel. If you are unable to give a correct name for the data, we will be getting as a some error called as name error. It will be a part of advanced part, so I'm not taking up. So name error which we needed to know. Then we have the number of errors occurred in Excel. Num error appears when you can see whenever there is a number which is absolutely not, I mean, making a possible mathematical calculation. If I want a square root of this number, there is a formula which we will be discussing. I'll discuss in no time. Okay, I'll discuss in no time. We are having here something called a square root 48 number. Here you can see negative numbers ka there is no square root. So whenever if I'm trying to find out square root for negative numbers, you can see this is what the error I'm getting on the screen. This is what the error, num error. It is not possible in a mathematical way, so we get a num error. Next we have divisible error. Divisible error matlab the cell is either blank. 1 divided by equals to 1 divided by 0. Okay, it's equal to 0 divided by 1. What we will get? 0 divided by 1. You can see 0 divided by 1. What is the answer? Numerator, if we are having 0, we will get the answer as 0. But denominator 1 divided by 0, we do not have any answer. We say like infinite. We say like infinity. Now if I do equal to 1 divided by 0, you can say I'm getting a divisible error. It means what? Divisible error का मतलब क्या है? The data is either empty or else it is divided by 0. Whenever we divided by 0, okay, whenever we divided by 0, you can see we are getting hashtag div 0. It means this error is particularly we will be getting. Next, we have not applicable. These errors will be applicable when here this is a VLOOKUP formula what it is being used. It is a different scenario. If we start understanding only VLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, all these lookups takes around 2 days session to understand very deeply. So just assume that, for example, NA, when do we get NA error? Now here if you see, if there are item A, B, C, D, E, if I'm typing E, you can see I'm getting the cost of E. If I'm typing Q, sorry. If I'm typing A, I'm getting the cost of A. But for example, apart from this, if there is any item called as F, okay, capital F. If I'm writing there is a item name F, you can see I'm getting an error called as hashtag not applicable. What does it mean? There is no data F item in this particular range. This is not available. That's the reason you get no value. If it is from the range, if I'm typing C, you can see I'm getting the result. I'm getting the result. Now, now see here, for example, we are having here quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four sales. Okay, we are having quarter one, here we are having quarter two, here we are having quarter three, here we are having quarter four. Now, if you see, I have done total equals to one cell, this cell, this cell, this cell. We have done the total. For example, if I am deleting any column or row, for example, I'm deleting this column. Right click, click on delete. When I'm deleting suddenly, and there is a reference given, you can see I will get hashtag reference error. What I'm getting, if I'm deleting, I mean, if there is some invalid selection in our data, we get reference error. Okay, when there is an invalid selection in the data, we get as a reference error in this particular. I've just done Control Z to get it back. Next hashtag value is like, if I am doing total, if I am writing 1, we are getting the answer correct. Okay, if I am writing 1, you can see I am getting the answer correctly as 25. If you see, if I am writing instead 1, I am writing my name. I mean any texture other than number. And if I press enter, you can see it cannot be added. Okay, this cells cannot be added. 24 plus Varun kya hoga? Is it age? Is it what? What should be there? So this is one type of error available in Excel. So number, if you are writing number, you get the value. If you are getting hashtag value error, it means there is a value other than number. So that's the reason we are getting this error. Next, we have error. Error of, although technically it's not an error, you may also see the formula. Displaying a try instead of a normal result. By adjusting column width, the error issue can be resolved. For example, see here. Then if you see here, error में देख सकते हो such as strings, hashtags, all these things. Now if I just show you the error file, here you can see it is hashtag. But in formula bar, I am able to see the result. In formula bar, I am able to see the result. Now, what does it mean here? The hashtag error, whenever you are getting hashtag error, it means that the column width is not sufficient for the data. So column width is not sufficient. What I can do, hold my left click, drag. You can see automatically the hashtag error has gone once I have increased the width. Now I want exact column width. Double click here. I'll be getting exact column width in the data. Exact column width in the data. Okay, exact column width in the data. Now next you can see These are some common errors. What do we face in Excel? Now, here, important file कहाँ है? Now, here we will be learning, uh, we'll try to learn Roman numbers and Arabic numbers. You know what is Roman number, so I need not tell. This you mean by 5. Arabic numbers means this one. Okay. Arabic numbers. So I'm writing some random numbers. 15, 6, 20, 30, 100, 500, 1000. Okay, these are numbers. Now I wanted to get Roman numbers. 1 minute, people. I'm getting a call. Sorry. See here. Here we have something called as Roman numbers. I want these numbers to be converted to a Roman number. So just see here what I am doing. There is a formula in Excel equal to Roman. Open bracket. I'm selecting the number. Then close bracket. That's it. Nothing more change. Equals to Roman. Select the normal number and press enter. You can see I'm getting the results on the screen. Next. Now if I'm going to the next cell, if I'm selecting and dragging the formula, you can see I'm getting 5, 10, 10, 15. This is the way you can get the Roman numbers. So the formula is equal to Roman to get the results on the screen. Now, if you want to convert Roman numbers to normal numbers, they are known as Arabic numbers in Excel. Okay, Arabic numbers in Excel, I'll write equal to Arabic, open bracket. I'm selecting 5, close bracket, press enter. You can see I have selected Roman 5. If I select, instead of this 5, if I select, instead of 5, this 5 I'm selecting, you can see I'm getting hashtag value. Here it can only convert, Roman number into a Arabic number. Here you can see I'm writing Arabic, open bracket. Here I'm selecting this cell, close bracket, Roman number. I'm selecting Roman number and press enter. You can select, you can see it is 5. And you can see if I select this number and try to drag, I'm getting back to the original numbers. You can see here. If I'm selecting this is Roman number. This is Arabic number. This is how the way you can select Roman numbers and Arabic numbers in this Excel. And one more thing we have, okay, one more thing we have here. Today we have power and square root. Power and square root. Quickly see here everyone, power and square root. Here we are having number, power, result. Give me one exact square, anyone? Give me one exact square. Give me one exact square in the chat box. Any one exact square. Any exact square in the chat box. 121 is multiple of what? What multiple? Anyone? I mean, give me the multiple. Multiple of an exact square. Okay, 11. Sorry. Correct. 121, 11. Okay. Done. Now see here. Let me. What does it mean? 11 is multiplied how many times? Square means what? 11 is multiplied how many times to get 121? Square means what? 11 is multiplied how many times? Oh my God, Deepika. 11 times. 11 times it is some numbers in lakhs. With correct 2 times. So you all know, right? So number is 11. So power is, for example, what is power for getting 121? What is the power? 2, right? Power is 2, right? 11 multiplied by 11. So, acha, your 11 multiplied by 11 is different, and please be very careful. I'm asking how many times 11 should be multiplied. 11 should be multiplied 1 time by 11. Now see here, there is a formula to get the answer. Now here you can see if I'm writing equal to power. Okay, equal to power, you can see number, comma, power. You can see number. Number is 11, comma, power is how much here? 2. What is power here? 2. I'm selecting this 2. Okay. I'm selecting this 2. Close bracket. Okay, equals to power, open brackets. I selected first number, comma 2. You can see what is the result I'm getting here. 121. Now, if I write down here number 2, 2 square is how much? 4. If I'm writing 6, 36, 6 6 is 36. If I'm writing 5, you can see 5 5 is 25. If I'm writing here 25, you can see 25 into 25 times it is 625. What is it here we are having in this particular meeting of 625. Now see here, I wanted to know the square root. I wanted to know the square root. Square root. The formula is also SQRT. We needed to get the exact square number first. For example, 625 is the exact square. So I'm selecting 625. So square root of 625, how much everyone? Chat box. What's the square root of 625? Quickly reply in the chat box. Square root of 625. Answer is on your screen only. Now you can see if I select G66 has 625 equals to square root G66, press enter, you can see what is it I am getting 25. Now if I am writing here 50, 50 square is 2500, 2500, and square root is again 50. If I am writing 3, it will be not appropriate, but still square root means exact squaring of a number. So you can see 50 into 50, 2500. Again 2500 under square root. 2500 under square root is 50. That's how we can get the results for this particularly. Now, as per our agenda, correct answers, absolutely correct. 25 correct, or that's a 25, na? So I'll just write on here 60. Sorry, write on here 25. Okay, this is how you can calculate square roots. Now, next, actually there are multiple formulas and number. I mean, in a day-to-day usage, at least you need to know around 50 to 60 formulas in Excel. Okay, and in which we have only discussed around 10, 15, 20, around 20 formulas up to my knowledge, what we have discussed so far. So 20 formulas, what we have discussed so far, that are more than enough for a starting level. I mean, as you have started learning, once you are getting confident, once you are getting more, then you need to know around 50, 60 formulas will be directly fixed in your brain. ऐसा नहीं रहेगा कि you should remember separately. It will be directly into your brain. 50 formulas you can aram se remember. You think I have highlighted these formulas? No. As a continuous practice, these formulas are become a part now. I should not, I mean, I will be not remembering I'm not remembering the formula. Depending upon the data, I get to know about which formula we need to use. Now, here, the main thing in today's agenda, we had like, what we had. We have this, common errors. This we have completed, and what we need to do, I think we are having charts and graphs. So charts and graphs. So let us quickly get completed, hardly 10-15 minutes for this topic. Once it is done, I'll open the forum for discussion and then we can end our today's session. So charts and graphs, how do we can discuss about charts and graphs? Let me get one data. RAC Utkarsh is open. RAC Utkarsh 1, 2, 3. ठीक है, see here. Let us discuss about charts. Screen. I'm writing charts. Sir, how come you are getting this data? I have kept ready the data for the today's session so that it will be easily we will be able to get. Here if you see total, right? I'm deleting this. Okay, I'm deleting the total. Now just see here how the things are working actually. Okay. Now just see here everyone. The total, you can see we have just learned auto sum. Now if I'm selecting the cells in this particular way and I'm clicking on Alt equal to, you can see addition is done automated. Addition is automated here. You can see this one as well. I'm selecting this particular cells, Alt and equals. You can see Addition is done by Excel automatically. You can see equals to sum cell select. Okay. So I have region-wise sales report. I want to generate East region quarterly report, North region quarterly report. I have generated one uh, quarterly report here. It is a business. These are products. Let me keep here Excel, Python, Tally, and SPSS. Some software names. So do not get worried. Okay. See here you can see here I have again total. So here you can see what I am doing here is I'm just linking this one as well. Now I wanted to do total. First I'll just try to show you. I'll select the range this way. I can't do equal to sum, open bracket, select the cells, close bracket, enter, select, drag, okay, again drag. This is a very difficult way of doing any formula in Excel. So AutoSum feature we have learned, so let me use AutoSum. So see here, just I'm selecting the cells in this way. You can see I've selected this. I'll press Alt and equal to. You can see the addition is done. You can see the addition is done. Let me just show you one more time. Alt equal to. You can see the addition is done at one go. Same thing applies here as well. Now see here, I'm selecting this cell. Alt equal to. You can see in one go, I'm getting the totals of this particular value. So I'm getting totals of this particular values in completely in a one go. Now see here. Now I want a chart for this particular data. What I'll do, I'll get my data. I'll select this particular way. Okay, I'll select the data in this particular way. Okay, I'll select products. Okay, products. Then here quarter one. Okay, products quarter one. You can see I'm selecting the cells. It's quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. Okay, after selecting this, I'll go to insert tab. Here we have an option called as recommended charts. Here we have an option called as recommended charts. I click on recommended charts. You can see there are recommended charts available. So, or else you can go to all chart. Here we have custom templates. Okay, I'm selecting here a column chart. Okay, I'm selecting here a column chart. Click on OK. I got a chart on the screen. Here you can see this is one chart what we have got. Okay, this is one chart. Chart title I can key East Region Report. Okay, East Region Report. This is the chart name what I have kept here. Okay, next you can see I'm selecting the items. See, I'm selecting this particular items now. After this, you can see here, after this, I have selected this. Going to again insert recommended charts. I am selecting the chart. Let me select a bar chart this time. So I'm selecting bar chart. Just simply if I click on OK, I'm getting the report in bar chart. In simple way, column chart means in vertical, bar chart means horizontal. Chart title you can see here what I'm writing here. North region report. Okay, I'm writing here North region report. Now, this is how we have added two charts. Now, here I am unable to see what is its value. If I am just hovering my mouse, I am getting value is 50, value is 75. These are the values what we are getting. So what I can do, I can click on the plus icon. After clicking on the plus icon, you can see there is an option called as data labels. If I click on the checkbox, you can see I am able to get the data labels. And by that I can see as a quarter one blue, dark blue is Excel. So Excel got only this many responses. Okay, Excel got this many responses only. The same way we are able to get the data. Same thing I'm applying here as well. I'm just okay. Now I'm clicking on the plus icon, data labels. You can see we are able to get the data labels. I'll just expand the chart. Numbers will be more clear. Now, I don't want these lines which are there in the background. So what I'll do, I'll click. I selected this line. You can see this particular dots and I'll click on delete. You can see the chart is completely clear now. The same way I'm doing here. I'm trying to select the lines, delete. The chart is empty now, clear and empty now. Then you can see this is one way what we have done. Then here if you see, now I want to give a background color to the charts. The way we have given like headings के लिए हम लोगों ने क्या किया? We have given background colors in this way, right? What I want to do, I want to give the chart also background. So click on chart. Once you click on chart, here you will be getting an option called as format. Okay, here once you're getting the format, once again, sorry. Okay, if you see here in this particular part, here we have got the region-wise report, East region, North region, and East region and North region report accordingly. Now I want to add a background. So what I'll do here is simple thing, double click on the chart. Once I double click on the chart, here you can see we are getting this option. One is fill, one is border. In border, I'll click on no line. So border options are gone. I'll click on fill and I'll select gradient. I'm selecting here gradient fill. So once I selected something called as gradient fill here in the data, you can see the chart has been appearing in a very less colors. And you can change the colors as well, pattern fill. You can see I'm able to select any one of the random pattern. I'm selecting gradient fill or else I can give picture or a texture. You can see these are textures. I mean, it will be funny, but still, you can give how and I can make it bold. Same way I want to apply it for this. Select border may no line. I mean depends how you want. Then texture fill, you can see it is been done. I'll select this. I'll click on Control B for bold. This is how we got the East region and North region report. And then let us do something called as headquarters report. Okay, let me do headquarters report. Okay, I'll delete these values. So here you can see what I want. Whenever I update any value here, I should be able to add these two things. Okay, I should be able to add these two things in the, I mean, two things from the data. Now see here, we are learning one more concept here, something called as consolidate. Okay, we are learning something called as consolidate. Now everyone go to, we'll be going here for which tab? Very important task we needed to know. Yep, we needed to go to consolidate data tab. Here we have a group called data tools. Under that we have consolidate. Now once I click on consolidate, now just see here, I want to add headquarters report matlab kya hai? Both the totals should be matching. Okay, so see here I selected reference. First I'll select the data. I'll click on add. Okay, I'll click on add. Then you can see I'm selecting the second data from I4 cell to M8 cell. Okay, from I4 to M8 cell. And if I'm clicking on add, okay, clicking on add, and then you can see, and simply if I click on create link to source data, and if I click here, okay, see here first, so we get here. I'm selecting the data. First, where should the result be then? I want result to be in this cell. So I'll go to consolidate. I'll select these cells. Top row is heading, left column is also heading. I'll click on add. Again, I'll select this data. Top row is heading, left column is also an heading. So I'll click on add. So once I've added both the columns, as I've selected where it should be appearing. Now if I click on OK, then some error we are try to, okay, we'll write this later on. Now I'll go to data consolidate. Now just I'll simply click on OK. Here you can see what it is doing. It is doing addition for both the cells. Okay, let me just do it quickly one more time. This is the headquarters report what we had. I'm going to data tab. I selected the cell consolidate. Currently, I'm unable to create the link, so please ignore about the links and all other things. I wanted to do total here. So I've selected this one and selected this one. Now, if I click on OK, you can see I'm getting the result. 50 plus 150. You can see we are getting 200. 75 plus 18. I'm getting 93. This is how these reports work in consolidated function helps you to add the data in one go. Now for this, what I'm doing, I'm selecting it. Going to insert tab. Let me select another chart this time. Let me select pie chart. There are multiple chart. Pie chart, donut chart. Pie chart is much recommended. So here you can see a selected pie chart. Here I'm writing headquarters report. Same thing, we want data labels. I'll click here, plus button, data labels. Double click here, gradient fill or texture fill. What do we have? Once again. So here you can see. So here you can see. Sorry, spelling is wrong. Headquarters report. Okay, once I've written headquarters report, I'm just auto adjusting the size. This is the way you can add charts to an Excel. And to make it more good, uh, I'm adding more bit colors. Okay, I'm adding more a bit of these colors. And if you see, if I'm repeating the same task, if I want to repeat the same task, I can select this, hold control button, select this, click on color. Select this, select this, control, apply. I'll be able to do this particularly. You can see we are able to get products, all this way along. What about uh, increasing this price? I'll change it to 12. Okay, and I'm adding some dark color and I'm adding a white text to this bold. You can see I'm increasing the column height by somewhat, and I'm just making it center so there's our report. And one more final thing, what we can do is like go to view tab, go to view tab. Again, you can see once I'm selecting it, I can click on remove grid lines. Okay, I can click on remove grid lines. Once I remove grid lines, you can see this is how a simple and a standard report looks like in Excel. Okay, simple and standard reports, how a manager expects from us. That is the way we get it, the report available. A simple report, what we can simple report what we can generate from Excel. Okay. Simple report what we can generate from Excel by removing the grid lines in this particularly. So this is all about today's class. Okay, this is all about today's class. You can see the reports. And let me give you an update regarding tomorrow's exam. So tomorrow in the session time itself, you will be having the exam around 9 to 9:25 you will be having exam. 9 to 9:30 there will be an exam, and I will drop the information by tomorrow morning, or in some time by 11 o'clock, and probably by Monday or Tuesday you will get your certificates. So what is it about the exams? So exam will be of 25 questions. Okay, exam will be of 25 questions. It will be on this particular day, whatever things we have discussed. Tomorrow we are having very small topic to be discussed. I mean, it is a generic, and all should be present tomorrow to receive their either their certificates, either their data. They need to just get the things done now. So 25 questions around it will be there, and tomorrow we will be showing you the sample certificate as well. And what is it about formulas? I'll share this Excel file in your WhatsApp group. I'll share the recordings till day 4 in your WhatsApp group till today, so you can work on that. And that's what it is, 25 questions. Any doubts about exam? Mic is open for all. You can ask for me now. Any doubts? Doubts? Any doubts? Any
Sir,
doubts to?
sir,
Yes, Lakshmi.
give me a example question.
See, whatever we have discussed in the past 4 days, I mean, including today, you will be getting from that particular only. I'll share the Excel file. You can refer to the Excel file. It will be much better.
Okay.
Others, anyone, any doubt?
Shall I leave,
Any
sir?
Melvin?
Shall I leave, sir?
Please, please. Melvin, Deepika, Avinash, any doubts? Tomorrow it's a mandatory session, so you need to be aware of it.
So what's the exam type? Is it going to be an objective or subjective?
See, as it is like we do not, I mean, we are not having any platform that you can do Excel and give it to us. It will be taking you lots of time to verify the answers that way. So tomorrow, 25 questions will be given in multiple choice questions. It will be immediately the form will open at 9, close at 9:25 or 9:30. Only that, I mean, only the participants who are there. I mean, we are getting an attendance report from Teams. So the participants who are present tomorrow will be able to write down the exam. I'll display a QR code. You need to scan that QR code and follow us on. You can just do that. You will be able to get necessary details. Any doubts other than that, Chandana? So how was the session, guys? Very less people are responding in the WhatsApp. So please respond to the sessions. I mean the feedback, whatever it is shared. Then I hope you have enjoyed today's class. Any doubts? Any doubts, please let me know. I'll share this Excel file today. Yeah, yeah. Recording will be shared, Chandana. Today's recording, I think I'll see if I can able to retrieve as soon as possible. I'll be sharing it with you. If not, it would be tomorrow. I'll be sharing today's recording. Mostly, I'll share all the recordings. And people, you can follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram. We have shared it already. Tomorrow, I'll be also sharing so we can get connected, can be connected, and you get more updates about the advanced Excel workshop we are planning in the future. Advanced Excel workshop where you will be learning pivot table, pivot charts, and what do you call P lookup, H lookup. So it's on public demand. It's on you people. If we are getting good response as we got for this fundamentals, if you are getting good response when we roll out, or if many people are asking to our team members about the tomorrow, I mean about advanced Excel workshop, we'll be taking up the advanced Excel workshop. So, and one more thing I forgot tomorrow, cameras of everyone should be on. Camera needs to be on for all the participants. For tomorrow's sessions, we'll have a group picture. I mean, a team's picture we will be having so that it will be good for good engagement of the data, and it will be helpful for either ways. And your certificates you need to post. I mean, you can post it on LinkedIn. You can. It's a wonderful certificate. Certificate is also designed very detailed and very careful. So you can tag me on LinkedIn. You can tag me on Instagram. So once receiving your certificates, I'll be sharing my Instagram ID soon. So you can just click on that and you can get my Instagram ID. So we'll be able to get the things done. So all about today's session, guys. That's it. Thank you everyone for joining for this session. Hope you have a great learning. Think you had a great learning in this particular session. So thank you guys. Have a great day. Thank you. You can leave now. I mean, we can leave now. I will also be leaving the meeting. No doubts, right? Chalo, I'm ending the meeting now. No worries, nothing. Bye bye.